Alrighty, so I'm a proof kind of guy. Today is a crazy day. Basically closed a $7,000 deal, and as you guys can see, I like to show proof. And a lot of the times, people confuse this or they think it's super complicated or unrealistic to achieve. But I literally come from nothing. I come from the hood. I come from a low resources household where there wasn't much opportunity really. So when people say things like, hey, like, just go to college or just follow the traditional route, it just doesn't make sense in my mind, especially. So I'm just documenting my journey. And again, I want to show you guys what it's actually possible. Had this interaction with this gentleman right here, which is the guy that I ended up closing the deal with. And he paid $7,000 after a 45-minute conversation in a span of like less than an hour, basically. He was booked the day before by my setter. And one thing that I do want to mention is how possible this is. And I'm not even joking when I say that this is ridiculous. I'm gonna show you guys because here it is. So I go into my student results and then I go into wins. And I want to show you guys because I want you guys to appreciate it as well. But there's so many results. Like there's people getting offers, 5K verified, OTE, closing done for you, offer, 10K validated. If he does a deal, he's already making like $1,000 in commission. Then another student of mine booking 11 people, and then there's a lot of opportunity there, just to commission alone. And then there's so many people closing deals here on an every single day basis. Like Alpha, he literally came from one of my latest YouTube videos, and he joined and he got placed into a business that's making already $200,000 a month. Price ticket is 15K per deal he closes. He's bare minimum making between $700 and $1,500 per deal. And if anything, I want to explain how I was able to get into this industry, because a lot of people don't even know what it is, and a lot of people think it is like a whole different thing, or they think this is some sort of like sales in a traditional manner where you're talking to people all day, cold calling, and then it's basically super difficult. But it's not any of those things. This is a lead. This is a prospect that got booked directly into my calendar because he was looking at an ad or organic content for the offer that I'm working on part-time as well. And then basically what he did is like, he got booked by my setter, he got presented to me, I arranged the time, and then I just hopped into the call. The only thing that I had to do is be a consultant, ask him a few questions, guide him. And by the end of the call, I collected the $7,000 fifth, which is a $7,000 deal, paid in full, and I made basically $700 in commission. Easy, in less than an hour. And this allows me to make over $20,000 a month consistently at 21 years old, while also, living an amazing life and just being a digital nomad all over the world. A lot of the times, what I've seen some people do when they get into this industry is that they try to get an offer for like 2 months and they are not even that consistent. They are not even networking properly. They don't have any idea what they're doing, and then they just give up. They think this is a scam and they don't even do it. The industry as it is, you probably heard of it last year. It popped off last year. And a lot of people got to know what this industry was, what high ticket sales or high ticket closing or setting even meant. But, I just think it's funny because there's so little saturation right now. Like it's actually blue ocean, just because there's no many people that are actually legit, actually coaching people and placing them into companies like I do, or like some of my friends do. And it's super easy to tell when something's legit. You just gotta go and look at their testimonials. You just gotta go and look at their Instagrams and then go into the highlights of the stories and look at their amount of students that are winning consistently. Not like 4 years ago, like a couple wins that look manufactured. Like you need to look for authenticity, and you need to be guided by somebody that's already where you want to be. And that way you can actually fast track that, so you can actually get to 10, 20, 30K a month as soon and as fast and as easy as possible with less amount of friction. Unless you want to do it by yourself, and then you're basically just trying to figure it out along the way, but you don't even have the right network to be placed into the right opportunities, and then you get burned out, which is what I see a lot of people do. So if you don't want that to happen to you, what I will suggest you 100% is just like focus on actually getting the right network. And oh, I wanted to turn on the lights. It's a little bit dark. So yeah, you just gotta get the right network, and the right network, you're actually gonna have it by connecting with the right people. And the right people have been in this industry for years and years and years to come. Like I started at the beginning of 2024. I'm basically a veteran at this point. And I've been in so many offers, different industries, different frameworks, different ways of selling, different ways of communication. I've talked, worked, fumbled, had amazing wins across my journey. Not everything was pretty. And again, I come from the hood. I stepped up little by little by little. When I started, I have a shitty laptop. Now I have this MacBook Pro. Like all of the things that I've done and all of the things that I have currently didn't happen overnight. Like I earned it by being consistent, by actually having a good mentor, and by putting in insane amounts of work. So if that's something that you're actually willing to do, then this is the end result. And that is having conversations with people on an everyday basis. And I'm just gonna show you guys something here. By the end of the call, I think it was around here. Yeah. I mean, let me show you guys. So basically, the deal that I'm talking about, he literally financed it. So he financed the deal. It's a 7K PIF, but the total ended up being 9,000 because he's financing it with his credit story, like with his credit. So he's gonna pay the total of 9K, but he's only paying $700 per month, which makes it more digestible for him. So it's also super important at the time of you working for an offer, if you really want to have this kind of payments, and if you want to have this kind of clients, then make sure you guys have financing in place. And even if you are an offer owner or you are a closer that's already been closing for a while and you need financing in one of your offers, talk to me. I can connect you with the right guy. But nonetheless, I want you guys to keep an eye on my journey. I'm about to go crazy mental, and I'm about to expose the entire industry. I'm about to show you guys exactly how you can do it yourself. And if anybody has some, want some pointers, some suggestions or whatever, feel free to book a call or just message me on Instagram, whatever that is. But nonetheless, have a great week.